I came up with this because last time I mentioned women are wired to be desired, and y'all lit up the phone lines or the little Periscope, comments like, "Ooh, women." Okay, I said, "All right, wait a minute. There's some anointment in that." So I decided that I wanted to expound on that. Somebody said, "Zoom out a little." I know my head looks big. I think it's just because my head's big, actually. All right, so, and I never know, just so that y'all know, when I'm trying to come up with a topic, I never know really what I'm going to talk about or how the Holy Spirit is going to give it to me. So I'm just as surprised as you are oftentimes. But with that being said, sometimes it's a little warm and fuzzy, sometimes not so much. I'm not sure this is going to be a real warm and fuzzy message, but it's a necessary message. So in a woman's DNA, from the time that you are a little girl, you have this wiring to be desired. Okay, so every little girl says, whether they realize it or not, in many different ways, "Daddy, look at me." Okay, like for me, I noticed it with my daughters growing up. They would both say it. If they were doing something, it didn't matter what it was. And, "Daddy, look at me, do a somersault," whatever. And I noticed, okay, it's a little bit more than just look at what I'm doing right now. It's about validating me. It's about my identity. It's about who am I to you, right? So Holy Spirit gave me this revelation. I realized that this wiring is interwoven into everything that a girl/woman does. All right. So if it's your clothes, if it's your hairstyle, if it's your perfume, shoes, nails, all of this comes from the same source. The reason why you are so into it, right? And the question that you're asking is this: am I special to the man or man that is significant in my life? Okay, so as far as a little girl is concerned, who is that going to be? Okay, that's going to be her father, hands down. Now, if the father isn't there, who is it going to be? Well, it's going to be the next significant male that's in her life. And unfortunately, she's going to look for that validation from a little rusty-tailed, ignorant, immature boy who gives her any kind of attention. Okay, and he doesn't know the first thing about how to tell if someone is special or not. But you got to understand, and so I'm kind of teaching this thing because I want you to understand, ladies, how many of you have evolved into where you are now. Or just be able to see how a little girl needs to be really nurtured. All right. So this is kind of a real teaching lesson of a different kind. But anyway, so the attention that she gets from this boy, all right, it's typically based off very superficial criteria. All right. Her face, her boobs, and her butt. Okay, and since she has what is called a attention deficit, she'll accept this counterfeit, jackleg, pseudo love as the real thing. Okay, she will latch on to it, she will devour it, and hold on for dear life, because you got to understand there is somewhat of a black hole. There's a deficiency there in that particular area. So when she gets stuck in this perpetual pattern of looking for love in all the wrong places, because in reality she's searching for fulfillment that wasn't satisfied as a little girl, and you can really see this. And I mean, in our culture nowadays, in our very Snapchat, sexting, social media world we live in, because of all the body parts that are kind of going over the information superhighway right now, kind of clogging it up, and it's all in the name of please look at me, please notice me. Because here's my question: why else would someone be willing to accommodate such a disrespectful request as send me a tick pic, send me a crotch pic, send me a butt pic, and to expose themselves to the world? Because you don't know, when we've talked about this in the past, you don't know where that's going. But because of this hard wiring, ladies, this wiring to be desired, a woman will do that, or a girl will do that just to get a morsel of attention. Okay, so now, unfortunately, there is a scenario, because we oftentimes think about, fathers not being in the home and all of that. But you know what? You can have a dad be in the home and the little girl still feel like she's walking away feeling like, I wasn't noticed, I wasn't validated, I wasn't wanted. And she felt like because he looked at me, it doesn't necessarily mean that he saw me. Okay, now it doesn't mean that the dad is bad or anything like that, and I'm gonna get into that. But she may feel like because he talked to me, it doesn't mean that he spoke into my life. Yeah, my dad barked at me. Yeah, he would yell at me, and why you doing this and why you doing that, and but it's not like he ever just sat down and spoke to me, the real me. Okay, and oftentimes you may feel like, yeah, he heard me, but it doesn't mean that he really listened to me. He didn't listen to my heart as a little girl. And as far as a father is concerned, there's so many fears that a dad has about, what may happen to his daughter and all of that, that you kind of just go straight into super protective mode. But that little girl does need to feel listened to. All right. And like I said, it doesn't mean that the dad was bad or that his motives were bad, because a lot of times what we're talking about here are love languages. All right. So if that little girl's love language is words of affirmation, and her dad went to work every single day, to provide for the household, well, that may be more so in the area of acts of service. Okay, but she may not necessarily have felt love per se, and it's not this, and I know it may sound a little confusing, but she might not have felt love just because he got up and went to work every day. If he did not speak to her, if she needed to hear, hey, baby girl, let me tell you something. You are amazing. You are wonderful. Let me tell you, I don't care if you don't do nothing but just breathe. All right, you're awesome. Your daddy loves you. Okay, for her, that would have been everything. All right. So now that little empty, misguided girl has now grown into an amazing, beautiful 30-year-old, or a woman in her 30s, 40s, or 50s, dealing with the reality of, and I hear this all the time, I never have felt loved, I have never felt really desired, and I have never felt special. I'm talking about women in their 50s to say, I have never felt truly loved. Might have been married for 20, 30 years. Never felt loved. Okay, I'm not telling you about what I think. I'm telling you about what I know. So she's feeling like, what is wrong with me that no man seems to want me for me? Okay, not for what they can get out of me or what they can do to me, but just for who I am, good, bad, or otherwise, basically flaws and all. Okay, so the truth of the matter is, as a grown woman, you now have to learn, if this is your situation, if this has been your reality, as a grown woman, you now have to learn how to validate yourself. You have to learn how to love yourself and treat yourself special, to stop this vicious cycle of casting your beautiful, priceless, special pearls before swine, so that, when you have this huge gaping hole in your soul that you've carried around with you all of your life, okay, that you have to be healed, that has to be healed and filled with love before you can expect to have any real true, I'm talking about genuine success in a relationship. Because if you don't, all you're going to end up doing is repeating the same thing over and over and over and over again. So it is a relationship oxymoron to desire in another what you don't possess yourself. And what I mean by that is, that's why Jesus said, love your neighbor as you love yourself, because how can you expect from somebody else, okay, what it is that you have not first identified, you have not first pursued for yourself. All right. So let me get this straight and ask you this question, because if this is what you're looking for out of someone else, because I know that you're looking for somebody who's kind. I know you're looking for someone who's gentle. I know you're looking for a guy who listens, a protector and a provider. But in reality, you have never really done this for yourself. So if you are, let me say it this way. If you're seeking love from a man who has done absolutely nothing, and I do mean nothing, to show you he loves you, how is that you loving yourself? Okay, let me ask you this question. If you listen, stop, go back, rewind. Okay, are you listening to yourself when you give yourself to some good for nothing guy? Okay, but something on the inside of you is screaming to the top of your lungs, please do not put us in this position again. But you do it anyway, time after time after time after time. Where is the love in this for yourself? Okay, so the takeaway from this is you can never expect to receive what you don't give or experience what you don't live. Okay, so let me break that down and tell you what I mean by that. You can't expect a man to give to you the love for you you don't have. Okay, and don't expect to magically feel love one day if you don't allow yourself to feel it now. So you can't expect a guy to just love you and to fill you up with the love that you don't already possess. And you can't get out here and try to just think that magically one day you're going to feel this overwhelming sense of love if you're not willing to embrace the love that's in your life now. It doesn't happen like that, because what's going to happen is you're either going to end up with an extremely frustrated man. Okay, because he's going to be wondering why is all my amazing attempts to love her, okay, not going anywhere? How come it's not yielding any results? And you're going to end up with a very disappointed woman who will feel very empty and full of fear because no one can complete her. She'll have this guy doing all these wonderful things and amazing things, and she'll still feel empty. She'll still feel afraid to possibly let him in. Still feel afraid to let her guard down, because it just doesn't work like that. So we have to take the responsibility for correcting the damage that has been done in us oftentimes as a child. So if you still have work to do in any of these areas, okay, like you were the little girl who did not get what you needed, all right, the dad either wasn't there, so that connection wasn't made. Dad was there, and for whatever reason, you didn't get the support that you needed. Now, and you found yourself in this situation as you grew up, that you were looking for love in all the wrong places, all right? And then this guy did you wrong, and that guy did you wrong. So now you feel like, I don't really know what real love is. I don't know a counterfeit from the real thing, and maybe I've never truly have had the real thing. Let me plead with you. Let me beg you to please ask God for the courage for God to help you to reach out, to get the help that you need. Because if you don't, if you continue to go around this mountain, you can never fully expect to get healed. You can never fully expect to be whole. So if I've been talking to you, whoever you is on this Periscope, reach out to me, all right? Contact me for the free 30-minute consultation so we can identify what in the world has you hung up. What in the world has been lingering around, festering in you from when you were a little girl. With that genuine, pure desire in you, all right, that wiring to be desired, when it got perverted. Okay, when it got twisted. All right, somebody said how. If you're asking how to reach out to me, just go to ChristopherReid.org. That's the website. And you can check this out on the replay. But yeah, a lot of that needs to be corrected and needs to be fixed. And what happens is we walk around with all of this inside of us, all this, and what I was saying is it gets perverted. And perversion just means that something is twisted. Okay, something is very natural, something is very normal, it gets twisted. All right, and so for many of you, that desire that you've had to be, or that wiring to be desired, that will cause you to maybe try to get a guy's attention by sending him a pic. So, hey, me have no weapon, me on your side, okay? But me has to tell you the truth, all right? Sometimes the guy doesn't even have to ask for the tit pic. Sometimes the guy doesn't have to even request the crotch pic. Sometimes the guy doesn't have to even request the booty pic.
Talk, sir.
You will send it anyway.
My God.
Because the mindset is, I'm competing with all these other boobs and butts out here. So let me get my boobs in first. Let me be the first. Let me allow you to be the first partaker of the fruit. So your representation to get that attention, like I told you, this has been perverted. It has been twisted. Okay, is let me send you this to get your attention.
Yes.
But you're presenting the wrong thing to try to get this attention. And unfortunately, you're thinking somehow that he's going to get these photos and see you in this light and then somehow flip it and all of a sudden see you.
Wow.
The real you. Wow. No, I have no desire to see the real you because you have already shown me in my eyes what you want me to see. You've shown me what you want my attention to be on. Okay, so now magically I'm supposed to deviate from there and all of a sudden say, oh, she's warm and she's kind and she's brilliant. You know what I mean? She has such an amazing heart. She has an amazing ministry. No, I'm not. Because the foundation has already been set, okay? And it's very hard. Now, maybe if you get you a highly mature guy, okay, that now has to come in and somewhat father you and date you at the same time, maybe you might get one of those. But you can't go out here just counting on that. You need to present what you want him to see. I always say, don't advertise what you're not selling.
Wow.
Are you selling boobs? Are you selling crotches?
Yeah.
Crotches are us.
Come on.
Are you selling tits?
Wow.
No.
Come on.
These are enhancements. Okay? These are like radio knobs or, little. When you go buy a car, they're not necessarily selling you the accessories. You're not going to drive accessories.
That's right.
I'm not going to drive the radio.
That's right.
I'm not going to drive GPS.
That's right.
These are things that enhance the experience of driving the vehicle.
Wow.
But I want to know, mileage, gas mileage. Okay, is it going to get me from point A to point B? This is what I really need the vehicle for. This is where the wealth of the value is in the vehicle. Because I tell you what, you don't have to have the radio. You don't have to have GPS. You don't have to have these bells and whistles. And you can still get to where you want to be. Oh, come on, somebody.
Yes, sir.
But try to drive somewhere with just GPS and XM radio and the car don't start.
My God.
Let me know how far you're going to get.
Jesus
so
Christ.
That is the equivalent, ladies, if you present all the accessories, but you don't present you. Now, let me say this in your defense for many of you, okay? A lot of y'all don't know how not to do that.
Wow.
You don't even know where to begin. This has been such a normal part of your hard wiring because you know what? Here's the thing. You might have felt like I didn't get good attention, but this got me some attention. So I would rather have bad attention, many of you feel, than no attention at all. And so, yes, I will definitely cast my wonderful, beautiful, magnificent pearls before nasty, dirty, awful swine Because at least it gets me something.
My God.
And if you have that bottom of the barrel mindset, that twisted, perverted mindset, because that's not the real you, then you definitely need to be healed. Jesus says you will know the truth. Many of you don't know the truth. Many of you have been living based off the lie that was planted in you. Okay, but he says once you know the truth, and in this instance we're talking about the truth about who you really are. Let me tell you something, ladies. You are great. Not because you do something, not because you can preach somebody up under a chair, not because you can sing down heaven and hell, not because you're so beautiful, not because you're great because you woke up this morning. You're just amazing. Because see, a lot of you have performance issues. You feel like I have to do this to be. No, you don't have to do nothing. Just be. And so here's the thing. When you realize that you're greatness, then what you do is great. Because I'm great, everything I do is great. It's not the other way around. Oh, I did that great thing, now I'm great. No, because see, you'll always be chasing your tail. Oh, now I'm judging myself, but I did this and did that. So how does that relate? Oh, let me get the biggest boobs. Now I'm great. Let me get the biggest butt. Now I'm great. You know what I'm saying? Let me carve up my face and get the things. You know what I'm saying? Now my face is on bleak. I'm great. No, because what if your face burns up in the fire? You're not great. What if you are paraplegic? Are you not great? Because if you put all that value into these things, the accessories, then we never really place value on the real thing. And everything stems from this. And let me be very clear. Ladies, I don't have a problem with you, because I understand the makeup of a woman. So hair and nails and all that, that's cool, that's fun, that's exciting. I get that. But many of you have put your worth, your identity in that. And you've presented this to men because as a representative of who you are. And I'm trying to tell you, present the real you. You're talented, you're amazing, you have a kind heart, you know. But many of you, let me say this, you really don't know you. Let's just be honest. So for many of you, I must well be saying, because when I say the real you, because it's like the Charlie Brown teacher voice. What? Real me? Who is that? Okay? And that's no indictment against you. Many of you just haven't had the opportunity to find out who that is. Okay? So without continuing to beat an already deceased horse, okay, I just want to let you know the connection with you. Yes, you are brilliant. Yes, you are beautiful. Who is that? Bright eyes. Yes, you are a diamond. Yes, you're all of that. That's why I come out here and I use the diamond, okay, imagery, because I want to shock you. Yes, you are great. Oh, come on, keep it coming. Yes, bright eyes. Because even if you don't feel it and you feel like you can't necessarily identify with it yet, I want to plant that seed in you so that it can start to germinate, so we can water it. You come out here every week, I put a little bit more water, and a little bit more water, and then maybe one day you wake up, you like wait a minute. I think I'm starting to feel like a diamond. You know what I'm saying? And you know, your conversation changes. Okay? So, like I said before, if you need help, you know what I'm saying? Some of you will need help. You will need guidance. You will need someone to help you navigate this underground railroad to freedom. Okay? Because you don't know how to get there. Like I said, hit me up. This is what I do. You know, we can talk about, like I said, identify the issues for you specifically. Not everybody has the same issue. And then we can talk about how coaching can help you get to where you want to go. Stop going around the mountain. Stop doing laps. Okay? That's cool for a workout, but it's been 40 years. Now you need to get into the promised land. You need to get deliverance. You need to get free and experience what that feels like. Okay, so before you cross over into the other side, you know, at least you can say, oh, yes, I experienced freedom. I definitely did. Okay, all right. And Lexi always wants me to talk about one particular topic that maybe I'll talk about that more next week. Just about the not chasing and that whole piece. But I'm not sure Lexi can get enough of that topic because she's so passionate about it. And she loves you. She does love you with the Spirit of God. Lexi?
Bishop?
Are you going to please bless the congregation with your commentary that you give, and we look forward to, and make sure, hey, let me say this before we flip it. Check out the replay. You can check me out on YouTube. All my videos are on YouTube. You can watch relationship videos until Jesus come back, and then 2 weeks after that. Okay? Yeah, so it's Reid CEG 1, I think, or just put Doc Reid in, or you can go to my website and you click on the video at the top, and then that should take you to YouTube to see all my other videos. So anyway, yes, Lexi, would you please give your commentary on this wire to be desired concept? Because I know you didn't grow up with pops there. You know, so how did you, because you know you're very confident, you're very strong, you're very powerful, like a lot of the women out here that watch us every week. How did you get your sense of who you were in that understanding, that wiring to be desired? How did you make that connection in lieu of the fact that your father wasn't there to help, you know, bridge that gap?
Yeah.
How did that happen, preacher?
What up? What's up, everybody? Yeah, I made a lot of mistakes. My father wasn't in the house. I had a real strong mother, single mother who put herself through school with God's help, pulled herself up by the bootstraps, and really, really made a living for both of us. Became a doctor, took us off of welfare, and became a medical doctor. I'm proud of her. Every time I get to tell the story, I tell it. But her working so much and all of that, I never had a strong influence as a father figure. So I made a lot of mistakes. And can I say this? A lot of people won't be transparent. I've sent pics. I've sexted. I have done it all. I have given the booty up too prematurely. Hello?
Yes, I'm here, Doctor.
I mean, you probably the only one here because ain't nobody talking. Ain't nobody talking back to me. Ain't nobody talking back now. Some of y'all been saved all your life.
Yes.
Some of y'all been saved all your life, and y'all don't want to admit. But I have, in competition back in the day, given that booty up when I shouldn't have. Hello.
Come on, transparent.
Gave my pearls to many, not many. It sound like a hoe.
Let's back it up now.
Let's back that thing up.
Put it in reverse.
But slept with somebody I shouldn't have. Hello.
Oh, you helping so many. You don't.
And so a lot of y'all don't want to admit it. A lot of y'all don't want to talk about it. But it doesn't change who I am. God loves me. I love me. I've made some mistakes in my life. Hello.
I'm here with you, right?
I've made some mistakes, and I'm woman enough to admit it. But I'm also woman enough to get help and not keep repeating the same mistakes that I've made. Because that's not what I want to do. Ain't none of us spring chickens. Ain't none of us getting any younger. And so all I'm saying is that we can't keep doing the same mess we've been doing.
Can't do it.
We're gonna keep getting the same results over and over again. You meet a new one. You're trying to see if he cool. You go out with him. You sleep with him. You know. Then later on, you find out that the nigga ain't what he was cracked up to be. Some of y'all even married him, and then you find out he's not what you wanted him to be. Well, whose fault is that? Did you wait long enough? Did you do the right things? Did you sleep with him too soon? Did you really love yourself? Did you step back and say, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna let him be the man. I'm not gonna do this. Did you chase? Because I can be a woman enough to admit that I didn't mean to do it. Because, you know, the man will start chasing you at first. And then when he start falling off, you start picking up the slack, not knowing you're picking up the slack. It don't occur to you that you're picking up the slack because y'all in a relationship now. So he don't call you, hello, as much as he used to. I'm talking, I wish y'all would share this broadcast.
Please share it. Oh, this is
because he started off good. He started off chasing you. But after y'all got in a relationship, you know, he didn't call. He used to call in the morning. He used to call first thing in the morning as soon as he woke up. What's up, beautiful? What's up, gorgeous? But then you didn't hear from him until like 1 o'clock. You start seeing little signs, but you don't think nothing of it. You may even make a joke about it and be talking about it. You make a joke out of it. But it's little things like that. And maybe he paid for every meal at first, but then after a while, now he ain't got no money. So you pay for it. It ain't no big deal because he's always paid. So it ain't no big deal. Or maybe this time he walked in front of you and didn't open the door like he used to, and it's okay because y'all now in a relationship, everybody done got comfortable, you're sleeping with him, it's all good.
You better come on here.
And so now you just keep doing little stuff and you keep putting yourself out there, and he's not putting himself out there as much, but you feel it, but then you don't feel it. You see it happening, but then you think it ain't nothing.
Gradualism. Yeah.
It's a little, it's gradual. So now, you done send him pics of your crotch. Hello?
Come on, preacher.
You done send him pics of your titties. You done send him pics of that rump-a-dump. So he's got all this, and the nigga ain't trying as hard as he used to. Hello, is there anybody in the building? I know I'm talking good. I know I'm talking right. And slowly but surely, over time, you start seeing him fall back. Why? Because he don't have to work as hard no more. And so now you're still in a relationship. He keeps doing less, and now you're doing more. So the reason why I like Chris to talk about the chase thing is because sometimes we chase and don't know it. It'll creep in on us, and we don't realize it because and if you're really real with yourself and love yourself, then you can step back a little bit and take a breath and eat a pint of Haagen-Dazs one night and not go out with him and not call him and say to yourself and reevaluate the doggone relationship because you're getting more unhappy and more unhappy because you find yourself nagging. Is there anybody in the building? You find yourself talking too much about the same things, but you haven't reevaluated the relationship. But you find yourself saying, well, babe, you didn't call me today, and how come I only heard from you, and da-da-da. And you find yourself saying little things. But if you find yourself talking too much, then you need to step back and say, am I treating myself like the diamond that I am? And let me tell you something. It's not about being stuck up. It's not about being haughty. It's not about you being better than a bougie. What it is about is I am a diamond, and I don't have to do. Yes, you can let the devil tell you and statistics tell you and beat you down and say that there's 9 women to every man, and that you gotta, well, if I don't call him, somebody else is calling him. Let the hoes call him. Let him call. That's what I've learned over time. Because if he's going to leave me and be for them, then he wasn't really with me anyway. Because let me tell you something. When a man really loves a woman, I've seen a man in love, baby. And they don't take no for an answer. They keep coming. They keep trying. They keep calling. They'll knock at your door. They'll send you flowers. They'll do whatever it takes. That's a man that's really in love. But see, a man that don't care and got them all over town, he'll do what he wants to do. And my mama used to tell me that, but I didn't believe her. And I said to myself, Mama, you old-fashioned, Dr. Knuckles. You're old-fashioned. It don't work like that no more. I said it out of my mouth, ladies. I told my mama, I said, Mama, it don't work like that no more. It's okay to call a man, and my mama told me. I'm preaching. My mama said to me, when a man loves you,
come on now,
he'll do whatever it takes. And I said to myself, I was doing this while she was talking, throwing my eyes all up in my head like my granddaddy used to do. Ugh. Whatever. But guess what I found out? After many failed relationships, I found out that my mama was right. When a man wants you, and Chris told me this. Chris has walked with me through relationships. And I said, Chris, why is he doing that? Why? And Chris said, step back. Sit down somewhere. Be seated and let a man be a man. But I am doing that, Chris. I am doing that. I thought I was. He said, you're not. You're still doing too much. I said, but I didn't back off. I ain't calling no more. He said, don't respond. Sometimes. Don't always be available. Sit back. Let him do it. You know what I found out? That he's right. When you sit back and you let a man pursue you, you get to see a lot about a man. One, as Chris has taught me, you get to see what he's really made for. Two, you get to see what he's really made of. Two, you get to see what he's really here for. Is he just here for that butt? Because some men are just in it to hit it. They see something good, they want to hit it. It don't make them bad. It just makes, hey, it's a compliment. You want to hit? Oh, okay. Well, bless God. Go on now. You get to see by stepping back. What if they are they calling you for it? Every conversation ends with that booty. So what you doing? What that booty talking about? Every conversation ends like that. Every conversation, sir. And you can tell when it's about to turn. Oh, come on. You know it. Every text, every night I get a text. Well, what's up with that butt? What that booty do? Come on, really? What are we, 16? What are we doing? And and it's good to look good, and it's good to let a man want you. I want a man to want me. Let's not get it twisted. Let's not get too holy here, because a lot of y'all get too holy. A lot of y'all just get too holy. And I don't want no man to want me for that. You better want somebody to find you sexy.
Come on now.
Yeah, I want a man to want to hit it, absolutely. But I don't want that to be the only thing we talk about, sir. That's the only thing we talking about. Because I'm telling you, the only thing I'm not always presenting T&A. I got a good mind. I'm funny. I'm smart. I'm intelligent. I can talk about several topics. And I'm fun to be around. I'm a hoot and a holler. There's a lot to me. But I'm also bringing to the table a snatched waist and some pretty brown eyes and a pretty nice smile that Crest White Strips helped me with. Hello. I don't get my eyebrows threaded by a musty Indian woman to keep my eyebrows snatched for nothing.
That's funny.
I want somebody to look my way. I don't go and get these expensive lashes put on. Cost me $80 to have them do lash extensions for you not to look at me. I want you to, yes sir. I want you to look at me. Period. I don't spend money on this hair and get it coiffed and all of that and bleached and all that for you not to look. I need you to look. I don't go to the gym. Hello? And get on the Stairmaster every day for 30 minutes for you not to look at this rump. I need you to look at this rump all day, every day, in the morning, at night. I need you to look at it and I need you to say nothing but God can make something like that. Hello? Caller, are you there? That's all I'm saying. But man, if that's the only thing that I'm good for is because you want to hit, oh man, come on. There's so much more to life. I need to know if we can travel together and have a good time. We can be in the same room for more than 2 hours and not want to just get away from each other. There's so much more. And so ladies, all I'm trying to say, and I love for Chris to talk about it because can't nobody talk about it like him, because it's from a man perspective. What happens to a man when we chase? Because when we don't consider ourselves diamonds and we have low self-esteem about ourselves, it'll always come back to that chasing thing. We'll always do too much. When we don't feel good about ourselves, when we don't value ourselves, we'll always end up doing too much. So all Doc was saying to you today is find a way to value yourself. If you didn't get it from your father, if you didn't get it from your mother, if you didn't get it from anyone, get it from God. And treat you, my motto is treat yourself good. You don't have to have a lot of money, but do something good for yourself. I was hung out with Kimberell today, and what we do is our thing is hair and makeup. We love hair and makeup. We went to a makeup place, and you know what? There's some things that I wanted that I haven't bought makeup. I have a lot of makeup, a lot of brushes, but there are some things I need to freshen up on because I feel good about me. And I said that we went in that makeup place and I just start grabbing stuff because ladies, you only live once. These are the things that I do for myself. I don't know what your thing is to make you feel good about you. But let me tell you something. When I gain weight, I don't feel good about me. Who am I talking to? So what I have done is I get in the gym so I can feel good about me, so I don't have to take my not feeling good about myself and project it onto a nigga so that he can try to tell me that I look good. No, baby, I know I look good.
That's good.
I don't have to tell him that, but I'm saying I know I look good because I feel good about myself. See, it all comes from here. So I got to do what's good for me. I got to get in the gym. I buy myself makeup. I buy myself a nice pair of shoes from time to time. I'm not saying go broke doing it. Whatever your thing is, that's what I go get my nails done. That's me. I go get my eyebrows threaded. I go keep my feet done because I like me. I don't want to keep myself up. I don't know what your thing is, but whatever your thing is, do it for you. So that by the time somebody rolls around, you can sit around and look at him from across the table as he's taking you out and he's paying the bill, and you sit there and you say, "Hey, how are you?" And you doing all these kind of things, and you can be sexy and you can be playful and you can leave him alone if he needs to be left alone, because you recognize and know that if you don't understand that I'm a diamond, there's another one who will, because men are like buses. Another one will be along in about 15 minutes if you just hold on. Don't you believe what the enemy has told you, that there's only a few out here, they gay, they in jail, they didn't shot up each other, they this, they that. The devil is a lie. And if God got 1,000 cattle on a hill, he's got 1,000 men for me, and all I need is one. So God ain't got, I say it all the time, every scope, God ain't got one for you. God ain't got a man for you. That's what you think of your God? You think that he has nothing for you? You think that there's no more men, good men left out here? And that's what you think about your God? That he didn't make you wonderful? Maybe some of you need to spruce yourself up. And I'm talking to you. I'm gonna hit you hard, because everybody ain't gonna tell you the truth. But I'm your girl. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Some of y'all need to get in the gym. Some of y'all need to cut them carbs out. Some of you need to take care of yourself. You done let yourself go, and then you're going to blame it that men don't know my value. No, you don't know your value. Get the extra weight off and do something for yourself, and stop tripping and blaming other people. And you didn't sit up here and gain 200 pounds, and then you wonder why they ain't looking. Hello?
Come on now. Where them hearts at?
Men are visual. And then you're going to sit up here and act like you don't know what I'm talking about. That's okay. Don't worry about it.
You're speaking right, Reverend.
I know I'm saying is right. But see, people ain't going to tell you about it, and your girlfriend's just going to let you get bigger and bigger, and then the big girls hang together, and y'all go to eat every time because y'all lonely, and you sit up there killing yourselves. And ain't nobody got a man. And you're sitting around and you're eating and you're talking about other people's relationships, and you're talking about people. Get your big tail up and do something for yourself and change your life. And get you a man and sit down somewhere and be happy. Stop doing that. Stop dragging your girl down. You know she big, and you know you're big. Do something about it. And some of you skinny girls, or some of you that don't have a weight issue, you got low self-esteem in your head. And so you're holding yourself back. You the ones that send in all the pictures. Okay, I'm done. I'm not going to do it. You're selling yourself short. You're selling yourself short. Stop it. We're going to stop this madness. We're going to get better. We're going to get in the gym. We're going to feel good about ourselves. We ain't going to let nobody needs to validate me but me. And if one want to come around, he want to spend his money on me, and he want to take me out, I'ma let him. And I'm going to treat myself real good. I ain't going to let nobody talk to me crazy. You ain't going to talk to me crazy. No sir and no ma'am. I'm going to treat you good. I'm going to respect you. And I'm going to sit there and I'm going to give you the sexy eyes. And I want you to tell me I'm beautiful. And I'm going to tell you you're handsome. And you're going to spend that good money on me. Why? Because I'm presenting to you a diamond. And every time we go out, baby, I'm going to have these breasts sitting up. And I'm going to have this booty looking right in this waist snatch. And I'm going to have good, intelligent conversation. Hello? Who am I talking to? I'm going to have these lashes right. I'm going to present a diamond to you, sir. And I'm going to expect you to treat me as such because of my presentation. Hello? Hello, lights. Now, is that enough? Any questions? And I meant that. I mean it. No chasing. We don't do chasing. We don't chase. We don't chase nothing but a drink. Hello? And I don't want you to drink. But that's a little analogy. Take a drink, get a chaser. Get it? Okay, some of you missed it. You'll get it tomorrow.
It was good, right?
We don't chase nothing. Huh? But good strong liquor. Amen? There's no chasing. And that's it and that's all. And we're done with that. And so, somebody said, and I love you. Please don't take this wrong. But somebody in this scope said, let Jesus romance you. No, that's not what we do. We don't let Jesus romance us. It's my personal pet peeve, baby. I don't mean no harm. But I just, when women say that, Jesus is my husband. Jesus is all I need. No, Jesus ain't all you need, baby. No. Jesus ain't all you need. Hear me clearly. I wish I could say it like I really want to say it, but that's for my good girlfriends. Jesus ain't all you need. He gave us fleshly desires. He gave us those things so that we can utilize them in marriage. Hello? Jesus ain't all you need now. If that was the case, he wouldn't have put marriage together. Hello? God wouldn't have gave us that institution. It's not all we need. Now let's not get too spiritual. Because the same people that are saying that, you got vibrators in your drawer. Hello?
Them rabbits.
Hello? I know what I'm saying is right, but ain't nobody else gonna tell it to you, and I'm not gonna sit up here and lie to you all day. A lot of y'all are saying it, but you're not living it. Oh, Jesus is not gonna romance you. That's not how this works. Jesus is gonna heal you. He's going to heal your broken heart is what he's going to do. Jesus is going to make you whole is what he's going to do. Jesus is going to prepare your heart for you to be married is what he's going to do. Jesus is going to repair all of those things that were damaged to you in your childhood. That's what he's going to do. But Jesus is not your husband. No, sir, no, ma'am. I know what I'm saying is right. I'm going to eat me an apple. I'm going to eat me an apple with some peanut butter on it. That's what I'm going to do. Because I'm through talking. I know what I'm saying is right. And stop saying that. Jesus is my husband. No, he's not. No, sir. Never has been. Never will be. No, sir. And I don't care. I don't care how you put it together. You can try to put a scripture on it. It'll never be. They'll never be. No, a man, a good, strong man with good, strong hands is for you. Let him romance you. Hello? Now that's that. Now, listen. I can't say it enough. Because society has beat us women down and made us to believe that we're nothing, and that these men really have the right of way and they can do whatever they want. I've even heard women say, well, all men gonna cheat. That's just who they are. All men is gonna cheat. It's just in their blood. The devil is a liar. He's a liar. He's a liar. He's a liar. He's a liar. Men have cheated. That's like saying all women are whores. It's not true. It's not true. You can say it as many times. I don't care how many times you tell me. I'll still never lump every man in the same category as some no good men. Didn't have a father. Never was taught how to treat a woman. I'm never going to let you, women, tell me that all men, every last one of them are cheaters. I'm not going to let you do it. I'm not going to let you do it. That's like saying, it just put everybody in a whole category. All women are liars. All women are sluts. How you going? No. And stop saying that about men. Because you have what you say. Now, is the Bible going to be real or is it not going to be real? You have what you say in everything. You keep talking that negative crap. You keep saying, ain't no men out here, ain't no men out here. And the ones, they are cheating and they all gay. Really? Well, that's what you're going to get then. You're going to get a cheating, undercover, low down low, gay man that's covering up because you didn't spoke it so good. Bless God. And he gonna end up going to jail because you didn't say it. They all in jail. They all gay. They all cheaters. Well, then you'll get a low down gay cheater. Keep speaking it here.
Life and death.
Life and death is where? Keep speaking it here. You speak that over your life. I'm not speaking that over my life. I'm going to have a man that's going, I'm going to have a man that's going to treat me good, that will value me, that will provide for me. He may not have all the money in the world. He doesn't have to be a billionaire or a millionaire, but I tell you what, he's going to treat me like $1 million. And God, he's going to love God. He's going to put God first, because it's not enough that a man love you. It's not enough that a man love me. It's not enough. It's not enough that you love the man. If both of y'all don't love God, it's not going to work, because we live in a society where 60% of Christians are getting divorced. If both of y'all ain't hearing from God and want to submit to the Father, it ain't going to work. Hello? And you can send as many titty pics and booty pics and crotch shots that you want to. If both of y'all ain't listening to the Most High God, it ain't going to work. Hello? I'm done. I'm just, that's.
Oh, you just knocked it out the park. It's just amazing.
That's the truth. Now, I love y'all, but I want y'all to win. A lot of y'all talking crazy. You ain't gonna be talking crazy to me. I hear it all the time. Women say it all the time. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of us not trusting God. I'm sick of us not believing God. I'm over it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of us not feeling good about ourselves. I'm sick of the insecurities. I'm sick of us having to wear 2 and 3 and 4 girdles because we're too lazy to get up and start eating right and treating ourselves better. I'm sick of it. A lot of this stuff we can change. Our lives will change if we decide to change. And some of us have to make the hard decisions to leave a man alone that ain't doing us no good. Drop him. But you won't drop him because you're lonely and you still need somebody to text at night. The devil's a liar. You still texting somebody that you know don't love you. You know he don't love you. You know it in your soul. Every woman, people call it women's intuition. I call it the Holy Ghost. You know it when somebody don't love you. My granddaddy used to say, a dog knows when he's been kicked on purpose or been kicked by accident. Even a dog knows. So I know that you know whether a man loves you or not. And some of y'all know in your gut and your belly, and as I'm talking to you, you're getting sick to your stomach because you really don't want to let it go because it's something to do. But I'm challenging you right now to let him go because he's wasted too much of your time, and as long as you holding on to him, the real one can't come and won't come. You hear me?
It's fear. It's fear that they'll never find it.
Fear that you'll never find it. That's the devil. That fear don't come from God. God doesn't give you that type of fear. So you holding on to him because you feel that ain't nothing else out there. Well, you ain't doing too good with what you got.
Well, fear that they've created by speaking it. It's never out there if you say it's not out there.
Let it go.
So you might as well stay in the hell that you're in.
Let it go.
Because heaven doesn't exist.
Let it go. Let it go. I don't care how long y'all been together. If you know he don't love you, let it go. Because the years don't mean nothing. What did y'all do together? What'd you gain? What has it done? Well, all y'all got is years. Well, that's all you got. You ain't got no love.
Too much time.
So all you got is time. We only live one time. So how much time you gonna keep giving him? What are we doing? What are we really doing? And if anybody in this scope has ever lost a loved one anywhere, you'll know that time is precious and it's short. You'll never get it back. So how much time you gonna keep giving this dude that you know don't love you? How much time you gonna give him? How much time you think you got? Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. And for those of you who've been with a man and he ain't gave you no ring yet, girl, bye. Girl, bye. I'd rather be alone and get myself together, get in the gym, feel good about myself, go get my hair done, do something new to your hair, do something good. Baby, when I tell you that they'll come along, you'll have trouble. You'll be having to beat them off with a stick. Who am I talking? I know I'm talking to somebody today.
The healing is taking place right now, Reverend.
I'm trying to tell you, somebody came up to me because I'm feeling good about myself. Somebody came up to me in the parking lot and say, hey, how you doing? I said, hey, how you doing? Listen, I got to ask you a question. I can just freely talk to people because I feel good about me. And the man said, hey, where you from? I said, I'm from Detroit. I'm in Houston right now. I said, I'm in Detroit. He said, ooh, Detroit is being good to me right now. I said, all right. They're all over the place.
All over.
They're all over the place. Now, my question to you ladies is what you going to do about it? Because they're all over and they looking and they peeping. And some of them want to be married. Some of them are looking for a good thing, but you clowning.
They love confidence.
And they love confidence, but you clowning. You with somebody that don't love you. You ain't even giving these new ones a chance. You ain't even opening the door in the spirit because you with... Oh, okay. All right, so I'm done. Chris, you want to close us out? Because I'm finished.
You gave them like 4 scopes in one.
I'm done.
You covered like 4 top. But it was good, though. Trust me, this will be like one of the highest rated scopes. It was awesome.
It's a lot of good men
nothing
around.
else to be said, you know.
So, Connie, there's a lot of good men around. I do agree. Judy's, what's up? 29G, you're right. Let it go. What's up, Mira? Love you, girl.
Any questions?
Any questions for Chris?
Relax. Cause you've ministered on tonight, as you do every week.
Praise God.
Any questions? If no questions, then also topics for next week. Suggestions for topics. But this was good, Reverend. This was so good. I hope the ladies stop chasing. Now, somebody was in here saying, I'm letting it go. Tonight is done.
Praise
it's over.
God. Yes. And you know, and yo, hold up. And I don't want y'all to hear this as no angry, bitter woman, hear me roar, and we don't need a man. Oh, God, no, baby. I hope you didn't hear that. I say it all the time. This ain't no bitter, you know, almost lesbian thing. Oh, no. Oh, no. I love me. No. Okay, no. Listen. Ain't no bitterness here. I love men. I don't want to live my life without a man. There's things that a man can do for you, amen. And I'm not talking sexually and sexually, that can't be done if he's not in the room. I don't want to squash a bug. I don't want to take out my trash. I don't want to fix things. But that's me. Y'all can be feminists all you want. And woman, hear me roar. I am woman. I am you be that. I'm going to be feminine. I'm still an aggressive woman in the workplace. I get my work done. I do what I'm supposed to. But y'all got to drop this feminist stuff because it's not a God. Know your role.
We love feminine. Men love feminine.
Men love feminine. Be that. Be cute. You can still make your money and be cute, but somebody told you that you got to be hard and give that masculine energy. Men don't want that.
Oh, no.
They don't want that. They don't want that masculine energy. I talk a lot. I rah. But when it comes to, I tone it down. I get real soft, baby. Ask them, I get real, You better ask somebody. I get real soft and I get in there and I will cook a meal. I ain't trying to cook every day, but I cooks a good meal and I will put it on a plate. Now a lot of y'all don't know what that look like, but don't worry about it. That's why you're lonely. You don't. Okay, don't worry about it. Okay, it didn't got quiet now. I got less hurts when I start talking about cooking a meal. But you cook a meal in some stilettos and see what happened to you. All right, amen. All right.
Now wait a minute.
Don't worry about it.
That's creative cooking.
That's creative.
Yeah. So listen, were there any questions? That was on like your third close. Okay. So are there any questions, topics, suggestions for next week? Like I said, some people said they got their deliverance, they healing. They're not gonna be sending any more crazy pics. They're not gonna be chasing. They're gonna let it go. And let me prepare your heart and your mind. You know, you're gonna say you're gonna let it go, and then in the midnight hour, it's gonna get hard. It's gonna be crazy. You're gonna feel like I can't do it. You gotta press through. Okay, that's why I use the crackhead analogy. You're gonna feel like a struggling crackhead because that soul tie, you're breaking it, you're trying to let go, and you're gonna have every crazy thought in the book come to you, say, oh, but what if I'm letting it go and then it turns around as soon as I let it go? What if somebody benefits from all the time that I've put in?
So
what if somebody else gets it? All of that. You know what? But if it was for you and if it was going to happen, it would have already happened. Some of you have been messing around with the same guy for 5, 6, 7 years, hoping and wishing and praying that maybe tomorrow was going to be different. Ma'am, it's not. Okay? And many reasons, and one big reason is not going to be different is because you haven't been different.
Hey.
So he's responding to what you've been giving him. So the last 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, the reason he hasn't fully gone to the next level is because you've allowed him to stay in that purgatory state.
Yeah.
Okay. And so there's no reason for him to, you're so accommodating, you're so always there. There's no reason for him to take it to the next level of commitment. Okay. So then you break up with him or you leave or he dumps you, whatever the case may be. And then he'll end up going to get with somebody else who does say, okay, here are the boundaries. Okay. I'm not doing this and I'm not going to be out here wasting a bunch of time. And then he says, oh, wait a minute, because a guy will respond to the woman in front of him. Okay, whatever is in front of him, that's what he will perform up to that level.
Wow.
Okay, and if he can't, if your standards are high and you know who you are, then that same guy that one woman says was good for nothing and he would never ask me to be with him or never ask me to marry him, he meets a woman who knows who she is, and then he's getting down on one knee and proposing and saying, I met the woman of my dreams, because he's responding to her. And so oftentimes when women say there are no good guys out here, they're dogs and all of this, they are only basing that off of what they see, but they're only getting they're only getting back what they've projected out there. If they've projected insecurity, if they projected a bunch of fear, then that's the guy that they're going to be interacting with. Okay, so keep in mind, ladies, ask yourself, what are you presenting? What are you putting out there? And if you really fully don't know who you are, okay, don't necessarily get mad at the guy for giving back to you what you have given to him, or more importantly, what you've given to yourself. He's not going to complete you. He's not going to deliver you. He's not your savior. He's not Jesus. Okay, so you have to know who you are. All right, so everything that Lexi was saying about don't chase and all of that, that's very hard, very difficult if you don't know who you are, because you have a bunch of fear, you have a bunch of, but what if this and what if that, and how do I know this is that? And if this is a script you've been playing in your mind, that there are no good guys out here and all these guys are dogs and that's the reality. Call those things that be not as though they were. Your faith is in fear, your faith is in doubt, your faith is in limitation, your faith is in lack. Okay, because you can have another woman who doesn't experience any of that, and she can say, I don't really understand what you're talking about. There are a lot of guys, I never have a problem getting a date. It's not because she's the most pretty, beautiful, most shapely, but that's just not a part of her reality.
Yeah.
Okay, that there is nothing out here. So my thing to you is, what are you putting out there, ladies? What are you putting out there? So I think this was an amazing scope. If I was a woman, I would think that this is like, okay, great. And, you've got a lot of amazing nuggets that you can use to help change your life.
Next time, a topic, somebody said, and you write this down.
Don't have to, because it's going to be on the replay.
Okay. Somebody said every time she gets off the conversation with a dude, he says, all right, call me. But he doesn't really do a lot of the calling. But he tells her, all right, after they talk, all right, call me. Another person said...
sound like chasing.
Yep, that's a chase. Another one said, after being divorced, could you talk about not being damaged goods because you've been divorced?
That's a good one. That's a good topic, because really, divorce and just being in a relationship for a long time, to me, it's the same. You're going to be dealing with the same things.
Yeah.
I know divorce is another level of commitment and taking it to a whole nother level, but emotionally, you're still going to be dealing with a sense of rejection. You're still going to be dealing with all the fallout of a broken heart and soul tie and all that. Yeah, so that's a good one. I like that.
All right. We out.
Okay, we done?
All right. Thank y'all.
Get at me, ChristopherReid.org.
ChristopherReid.org.
To specifically tonight.
Yep. All right. Y'all be good. Love y'all very much. Marriage and single isn't the same. No, it's not. You are absolutely right. Can you talk about wanting to keep your last name after marriage? Yoinks.
Yep.
Yoinks. All right. I love y'all. Y'all be good. Love you guys too. Can you ask him how one can desire being in a relationship after being broken? Gotcha. Okay. Love you guys. Have a good Saturday night. Love you very much. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. Thank you. Night, night.